Hey there folks, this is Keiichi, welcoming you right back to Let's Play Higurashi. This is episode 155. In the last episode, we made some amazing progress against the old traditionalists of the village, and we're about to get everyone on side, but there's just one more person we need to convince, and that is old hag Sonozaki, the grandma who's currently in charge of the Sonozaki family. And she is not known for backing down, she has a lot of pride, so we're going to see how much of a struggle this is going to be. And we're jumping on to the next evening, which is quite a big jump, I thought, for this game. The next evening, we were all gathered at the Sonozaki residence. I thought we'd be talking with Mion's grandma over tea or something. However, it wasn't so relaxed a situation as that. Mion's grandma stayed in her futon. She was propped up against a huge cushion, and it made me feel like I was about to talk to a queen. That wasn't the only thing either. There were about 5 members of the Sonozaki family surrounding her, as though I was at some kind of Yakuza gathering. Yazuka. Yes, this wasn't just any old town council meeting. It was a meeting of the 3 families. I kind of felt as though I didn't belong, but I also didn't have the time to be afraid. If I could persuade this lady, I could get help from the villagers. So that's the situation. If the town council doesn't change their current stance, then no matter what Keiichi says past this point, the centre won't listen to him. At the very least, the town council needs to declare their neutrality. The mayor was the first to speak. The old woman looked very grave. I couldn't tell if she always wore an expression like that, or if the story made her look that way. She made a comment in a very low voice to her people. The lady wearing a kimono spoke for her instead. She must be Mion's mother. Yay, she's back. The Child Consultation Centre is simply doing their job. They understand how much you care about her, and they're going to take your appeal into consideration. What more are you expecting from them? Mom, let me explain this to you. Sadako's uncle is a horrible man. He regularly beat Sadako last year, and I'm sure he's even worse this time around because of his lover up and abandoning him. Didn't you investigate him, Kasai? Tebe Hojo, I mean. I did make such a report to Akane-san. You see, Mom? If we let the Child Consultation Centre take care of this, it'll take months for them to save Sadako. I can't let her stay with that jerk for that long. She's not going to die. Stop making such a big fuss over this. The old lady finally spoke, but she didn't have anything pleasant to say. She might not die, but... Then shut up, you idiot. Worse, you're not even willing to risk your own life over this. Grow a backbone, you twit. Ah, what nonsense. The more I listen, the more nonsense I hear. Wow. So that's why the whole village is afraid of her. This was Oyu Sonozaki, known variously as the Hag or Empress Sonozaki. Oyu, Sadako is my friend. I want you to save her. Rika-chama, remember what I've told you all this time? You have to choose your friends carefully. That girl's a demon child of the Hojo family. I'm disappointed in you too, Dr. Irie. Aren't you old enough to realise what you're doing? Sorry, my reading's terrible. Sadako-chan's the daughter of the Hojo family. But she's not the one who supported the dam project and fought against the village. I think it's unfair for you to judge her that way. Shut up. Who do you think you're talking to, you piece of shit? Are you sure that she's willing to forgive Sadako-chan? That's what Mion told me. I think I get where the other villagers are coming from now. You look like you have something to say, Keiichi-kun. You should just let it out. I made eye contact with Mion's mom. She's very pretty, but she was wearing the same grave look as Oyu. By then I had no doubts that this was Mion's mother. I don't mind talking. Is it really okay though? Go ahead. You came all the way here to the Sonozaki residence. You should speak if you want to. Rena nodded in agreement. Okay. Oyu Sonozaki-san. My name is Keiichi Maibara. I moved here not too long ago. Nice to meet you. I already know a great deal about you. Let me tell you something. When your family moved to this village, you didn't come here to introduce yourself. That left a pretty bad impression. Why was Mion only telling me that now? Sure hope I'm not too late to introduce myself. Leave aside the fact that it's Sadako Hojo for a minute. The important thing to note is that a villager is in danger right now. In order to help that person, we have no choice but to make an appeal to the Child Consultation Centre. Besides, I'm doing all this on my own accord. I haven't caused you any trouble. But you heard from the mayor that you have been causing trouble, didn't you? The Hinamizawa Town Council and the Shishibone City Hall are working together. Shishibone Mayor and this virago here had a talk with each other. They decided to coexist. I don't know what virago means. That was necessary for this village to prosper. But that village is going to let an innocent girl suffer? Didn't you hear what I just said? No one's gonna just let her suffer. The consultation centre will take action when appropriate. You want them to hurry up, but frankly, you're being selfish. The town council and the government officials are in a business relationship. They're treating Sadako's issue like it's an ordinary one. So basically you're saying that you don't care how much danger Sadako is in right now? Like Mion just told you, Tepe is a horrible person. When Sadako showed up at the school 3 days after she was kidnapped, she was already at her wit's end. After only 3 days. I can't even imagine what would happen if we left her alone with him for a month. There's no guarantee that she'll be saved after that either. At that point, they might decide to put her case on hold again. Mrs. Sonozaki, does the emotional damage she suffered not matter at all to you? So what do you think we should do? I'm making an appeal to the Child Consultation Centre, asking them to save her as soon as possible. I'm going to continue going to the centre until they do. Well there you go. You can just continue your appeal. It's none of the Sonozaki's business. Isn't that enough? Damn it. She's so hard-headed. It was easy to win an argument with the old people in the assembly hall since they got agitated so quickly. But Akane-san, Mion's mom, is way tougher than that. Both of the Sonozaki sisters and their grandma are quick to anger, but Akane-san seems incredibly calm. She was calm, but still full of animosity. I can't continue our appeal anymore. If the town council doesn't tell the officials that they're going to support us, the Child Consultation Centre won't listen to us at all. Did you hear that, Mom? We can't just do whatever we want. We need the town council to decide whether they're going to support us or not. Actually, the councillors already made their decision. They said they'd support us as long as Granny agreed. Who the hell made that decision behind my back? You're all aware of how the Hojo family acted during the dam conflict, aren't you? If you're asking me to forgive them, my answer's still no. I'm not really familiar, actually. What was Sadako-chan's parents like? Her mum was like a stronger version of Sadako. Her dad was, well, Tepe's older brother. He was even stronger and scarier than Tepe. Scarier than Tepe? That's not very funny. I see. Now I'm starting to understand how they clashed with the Sonozaki family. I guess she hasn't forgotten how much they pissed her off. I say it out loud so we can hear. My children have told me a lot about you. I heard you're one courageous boy. Let me tell you this straight up. We'll be satisfied as long as that old lady in the futon just nods her head. I'm not expecting you all to get involved in our protest. All I need is for her to nod. And if she said no, I'd smash her head in and make Mion the new family head so she can nod for us. What the fucking hell did you just say, you goddamn son of a bitch? Someone bring me a sword, I'll cut him into pieces and dump him in the well. Are you ready for a fight, old lady? Whatever you ate tonight will be your last supper. I love how I was giving references to the other sort of arcs. Shut up, you fucking little shit. Do you even know who you're talking to? The evil hag sent a violent glare my way. The intimidating aura surrounding her became almost invisible. Normally, I'd be terrified. However, I can't back off today. Sadako doesn't have much time left. Everyone here knows that. We all know that she'll be forever damaged in only a few more days. We would then cry, lament our powerlessness. We have to fight as best we can, so that we have no regrets. There can be no limits to how far we go to save her. Let me make this clear. Sadako's my friend. I'm fighting for her sake. How about you? I heard that you used to be like that. You once fought, you and the whole village, just to save one villager. Isn't that how strongly you rejected the dam project? You're just an outsider. Wait a minute, old lady. I'm not an outsider. I'm Keiichi from Hinamazawa. I'm fighting to save my friend, who's also from Hinamazawa. How can you say that I'm an outsider? Oi-san, Maibara-kun came to this village not too long ago, but he's already adapted to our way of life. He's a young man with lots of promise. Since when did you think disrespect is the same as promise, Dr. Irie? Someone bring me my medicine and some tea already. All this blood rushing to my head's making it ache. The man on the far end stood up and brought over some tea and medicine. If you think I'm being disrespectful, then let me make this request properly. We want the Sonozaki family's help in order to save Sadako Hojo. Sadako lives in this village too. Moreover, she's my friend. Please help us. As I deeply bowed my head to her, my friends bowed along with me. Keiichi-kun, raise your head. What should we do, mother? It's none of my business. What are you expecting out of me? Sadako-chan's like family to Keiichi-kun. It's only natural for him to seek help for his family. Mom! However, the Sonozaki family and the Hojo family were enemies. They once disparaged Mother in public too. We can never forgive them for doing that. This is an issue of distinction. What do you mean, distinction? They would need to make an apology. However, the parents died in an accident. There's no one else who can apologise to us. Forgiveness won't come cheap. So if she apologises to you, you'll forget about what her family did? The world we live in is one of honor. If she apologizes to us, we'll have no choice but to forgive her. You gonna make Satoko-chan apologize? Sure, I'll make her apologize for what her parents did. Her parents can't be there to do so, but you'll still forgive her, won't you? We'll have to see her before we make our final decision, but I suppose we can say that we'll forgive her. What do you think, Oyu-san? What if Satoko-chan apologized to you about the dam conflict? Well, I'll think about that when she apologizes to me. I might forgive her, if she really did. She laughed, obviously thinking that Satoko would never actually apologize to her. It seemed for a moment as though Rena had compromise in mind. However, Rena always has a plan up her sleeve. But if she apologized to you, would you apologize to her for discriminating against an innocent girl who didn't deserve to be treated that way? Ha? Satoko-chan wasn't the one supporting the dam project. She's just a child of those who did. But you hate her just for her last name. You're not just an ordinary old lady in this village. You hold great influence over the people here because you're the leader of the Sonozaki family. Your public hatred towards Satoko-chan had a huge impact on the way the village thinks. That became clear with the town council too. Everyone's afraid to interact with the Hojo family because of how much you hate them. You're the mother of all Hinamazawa. You were instrumental in keeping us all afloat in the difficult times after the war. It's only natural that you hold such great influence over the people here. You're aware of how much your decisions can affect the whole village. Let me say this again. Satoko is my friend. She's my family. If your influence is going to cause us trouble, I will do battle with you. That's what protecting your friends is all about. I'm impressed to hear that from a city boy like you. Let me ask what the other family members think. Well, how about it, everyone? What he's saying does make sense. The problem between the Sonozaki family and the Hojo family is not his business, but he's clear about how much he wants to save her. There wouldn't be any problem if she wasn't a child of the Hojo family. They can do whatever they want to. We as a family can just stay neutral. Don't you agree? No, apparently that's not enough for everyone. The big scary man in sunglasses spoke with a deep voice. He's saying that the town council won't support them unless the Sonozaki family agree to as well. And without the support of the council, the centre won't listen to them either. We need to be clear about our decision on this one. What do you think? Keiichi-kun? You have strong commands and my daughters have led me to believe. Frankly, I've had to change my opinion of you. You're a man among men. Hello? You're Mion's father? I thought he was the boss of a Yakuza clan or something. Wait, I did hear once that her dad is exactly that. He certainly looks the part. It's partly our fault that your friend is struggling. Her parents aside, she's just an innocent girl. Isn't that right, mother? Who even cares? Anyone who bears the Hojo name's an ungrateful little shit. He even told me a few minutes ago that he's gonna smash my head in. A bastard like that doesn't deserve to be called a man among men. Mother, can we help Keiichi-kun this one time? He's a passionate young man. Not many youngsters these days have that kind of inner strength. Granny, please. We need your help. Satoko is my friend too. I deeply respect how you fought for this village. I want to fight like you for my friend. I'm asking for your help too. Satoko is my family. She's a little sister to me. Please give us your help. Upon seeing the twins bound so deeply, the stubborn old woman simply stared at them with that grave look of hers. I figured it would be difficult to get her to cooperate with us. The mayor looked troubled too. Mion's grandma eventually turned her gaze to me, and I stared back at her. I already bowed to you once, so I'm not going to do that again, but let me say it just one more time. Please help us. Satoko is my friend, and she's one of the villagers. She was never disrespectful to you. You have no reason to hate her. If I nod my head, what happens next? Once the council's on our side, the consultation centre will have to hear us out. If they still don't listen, then we'll go there again. We'll go there with the whole village. Tomorrow is Saturday. The consultation centre is open in the morning. The villagers will all be gathering for the preparation for the festivals then. So I'll just take them all along with me. That would be crazy. You'd be involving hundreds of people. How many people would come exactly? I don't know how many of them would, but I'd definitely go make a speech in front of all of them. How do things look to you, Mr. Mayor? Most of the council members are supporting them. Our relationship with the government is important, but some of them think it's more important to fight for Satoko-chan, that is, to resurrect the spirit of the Guardians. We all understand what Keiichi-kun is trying to do, and no one disagrees with him. So the whole village is united, even without Mother? But you're still seeking final approval from the Sonozaki family? That's a rather dirty way to do business. Hold on. Akane-san, Oyu-san, to put it simply, I feel bad for Satoko-chan. She's doing the best she can, even though she's all alone. I think it's time for us to let her know that she won't be ostracized by anyone anymore. I refuse. I will never forgive the demon child of the Hojo family. Fine then. You're the enemy of my friend. That makes you my enemy. I'm gonna kill you right here. Mion, you can take your place and lend us your support then. I'm gonna kill this old bat right this minute. As I jumped up, her family members stood in my way. They all had their hands into their pockets. I don't want to imagine what they might pull out of there. I imagine katanas, though, with what they're dressed and everything. Ah, this is pissing me off. How dare you say that? I can't take this anymore. Or you, think of your blood pressure. I'm sorry, Rikajama. Will you pass me that bag of medication? My veins really are gonna burst. She was mumbling too much for me to tell what she was saying, but I could tell that she was furious. She whispered something into Mion's mother's ear. She spoke for her instead. I'm sorry, but this is for tonight. This is it for tonight. She has a horrible headache, and she can't talk with you any longer. But I still haven't got my answer. Keiichi-kun, you need to learn to play by the adults' rules. I've been very patient with you today. That's because you're a friend of my daughter's. You need to reflect on that, don't you think? Kai-chan, we've done enough today. Let's get out of here. Based on Mion and Shion's reaction, Mion's mom is very scary when she's angry. They were convinced that their mom was going to explode in about 10 seconds. So she got something off of Granny. Bit of anger. Still, should we really leave after just that? Damn it, I really want her to nod. If she gives me an answer tonight, I can gather a huge crowd tomorrow. The people at the Child Consultation Centre were laughing at us today. We'd gradually increased the number of people we had until the 3rd day, but on the 4th we had far less. They must think that we won't show up at all within a couple of days. No matter what, we can't stop showing up. How many days has it been since she was taken by her uncle? We don't have a single day to waste. However, for tonight, the meeting was over. The old lady went to sleep and we were kicked out of the room. No. Even though the rest of us were forced to leave, the mayor stayed behind to wrap things up. We decided to wait in the yard for him to come back out. Damn it, we were almost there. You said everything you needed to say. You have to give her time to think about it. Of course, we don't exactly have time to waste. What do you think, Coach? Oyo-san was in a really foul mood. When she gets like that, she'll stay that way for at least 3 days. It might be difficult for us to take any villagers along for the protest tomorrow. At least she's listened to us until the end. We just have to trust that she'll make the right decision. You're right. It's hard to trust in someone and just wait, though. Hey everyone, you all did a good job in there. Mion and Shion ran over to us. Hey, you two did a good job too. How was it? Do you think it'll work out? I have no idea. From the looks of it, she was in a terrible mood. Honestly, Kai-chan, I don't think you should ever come back here. Unless I can't ever hang out at your house again. Jeez. Still, that was really impressive, Kai-chan. You didn't even seem scared. Was she that scary? She had a scary look on her face, sure, but it wasn't that bad. You can only say that because you don't know how scary she really is. Well, as they say, ignorance is bliss. That's not true. I think he would have fought her, even if he knew how scary she can really be. Speaking of which, you seemed fine when she yelled at you too, Ryugu-san. Ryugu-san? She might have raised her voice, but she wasn't actually angry. I wasn't scared at all either, not at all. Did she really not look angry to you? No, your grandmother wasn't angry at all. Is that really how it looked to her? To me it looked like her head was going to explode. The next moment I heard someone walking toward us. It was the mayor, who was accompanied by Mion's mother. I agree, I didn't think she was angry, because as soon as she talked to Rika to get the medication, she was all nice and, pleasant to get the medication for. Oh, Uncle Kimiyoshi, how was it? Did the old witch finally start melting? Oh, what a world. Well, we got her approval. Yay. What? All this fighting was worth it. What? You mean? The Virago gave you the green light. You can do what you want to now, Keiichi-kun. Are you serious? Oh, I love this song. It's perfect placement for it. Is that really true, Mom? That hag was so ticked off, though. I can't even imagine what caused her to grant us permission. No matter how it happened, I guess she accepted me in the end. The Virago gave approval for the town council to support Keiichi-kun. Now you have the Onikafuji Guardians on your side. With them, there's no way you can lose. But you can't put up a disgraceful fight either. You don't just move to this village, but you'll need to understand and appreciate the history of Hinamizawa. Can you take on this responsibility? Yeah, I can. My, you're a brave boy. You do have my respect. It takes great courage to address the Virago like that. It gave me chills when you jumped on top of her and put your hands around her throat. Eh? Well, I almost did jump on her, but I wasn't actually serious. Listen for a moment. You jumped on top of her and nearly choked her to death. That's how it's gonna be. Yeah, so it seems like she had to agree, I guess. Why, that's so violent. The Virago can't possibly forgive the Hojo family. She also can't possibly give you what you want simply because you came to her and begged for it. So unless the story goes something like, after Keiichi violently fought with the Virago, she was impressed by his chivalry and decided to grant him special permission. It won't sound convincing. Got it, Mion? Yeah, that sounds great. Things can't just be simple with her, huh? This is how a legend is born. Now people will believe that you physically fought with a hag in order to save Sadako. People are going to be afraid of you, Kei-chan. This is the beginning of the legend of Keiichi the Strongest. Everybody will run and hide when they see you on the streets. I don't want to be a legend. But anyway, thank you very much. You don't need to thank me. The town council made the decision. We can't go against their wishes. In fact, we would have preferred if you just ignored us and went ahead with things. That was a dirty move of yours, Mayor Kimiyoshi-san. Oh well, I'm glad that she gave us her approval after all that. The Virago always worried about Sadako-chan because people were still treating her poorly. She thought that she could only make everything right with her death. But thanks to all of you, she was able to settle this issue before the end. That must be nice. I'm sure she appreciates it. No, we're very thankful to her as well. I'll have to come here again to thank her in person. That's not a good idea. She'll chase you around with a sword next time. In fact, I'm surprised she didn't do that today. She must be fond of you, Keiichi-kun. I thought so too. Oyu's even more fond of using her sword. Vika-chan, don't say that with such a big smile. I'm glad I'm still alive. I've grown fond of you too after today. That's what being a man's all about. Sadako-chan's a very lucky girl, having such a dedicated man as you. Wait, Mom, Sadako and Kei-chan aren't like that. Oh, they're not? If he doesn't have a girl yet, then you two have a chance. Hey Keiichi-kun, between Mion and Shion, which you prefer? You can call me your mother from now on if you like. Mion and Shion simultaneously turned red and hit me with their fist and their elbow. The apple sure doesn't fall far from the tree, huh? No, it's violence all the way through the family. The mum talks just the same way that they do. Ah, I thought it meant the violence. Well, Keiichi-kun, you managed to successfully persuade Oyu-san. Just as we promised, you have the council's support. We'll call the people in charge tomorrow and let them know. And of course, I'll tell them to take Sadako-chan under the protection as soon as possible. We have Oyu-san's support too. I'm sure Sadako-chan will be rescued shortly after my call. Are you serious? You just managed to persuade someone that I'm important, Kei-chan. So Sadako-chan really will be safe this time tomorrow? Hopefully. You can't say that for sure. If they refuse Uncle Kimiyoshi's request, that means the Onikafuchi Guardians will come after them. He's normally a calm guy, but he's like a monster when he becomes the leader of the Guardians, aren't you, Uncle? I'd be a monster if I have to. I can promise you that. I'll do my best to ensure that Sadako-chan is rescued as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Also, will you please stop ostracizing Sadako just because of who her parents were? We heard you saying bad things about her, you know. Something about how she's a member of the cursed family. I was just saying those things because of other people. I don't personally have anything against her. Then quit saying it, alright? Please accept her as just another child of the village. Of course. I'll never say that again. I promise you that. I'm afraid Keiichi-kun might throttle me too. That was such a nice part. After that, we started heading back home. Sadako still isn't saved, but I think we made huge progress today just the same. The mayor's going to call the Child Consultation Centre tomorrow, tell them that he's on our side. He's also going to persuade them to save Sadako as soon as possible. He'll bring up Oyu-san's name too. Is Sadako really going to be rescued from her fate? Yeah, I'm sure she will. She might even be saved tomorrow. If not, we'll go all out next time. It'll be the war to end all wars. Also, Rika-chan. Meep. Don't use words like fate anymore. Putting it like that, it's like it's already been decided. But see, nothing's actually decided in advance. We're the ones who make our own futures. So stop using the word fate as if there's nothing we can do. I agree with that actually. The term fate is a bit... If you use it as a word loosely, maybe, but... No. Rika seemed to think about what I said for a while. I wondered for a moment if I said something that hurt her feelings, but Rika-chan soon smiled at me. Okay, I'll do what you say. I won't use that word anymore. You told me you could change fate as easily as tearing a piece of paper. And after 100 years, you're about to break the horrible cycle of Teppei's return. I can now believe that the danger that awaits me is something that can be changed as well. The worst thing that could ever happen is you not moving to Hinamazawa. I experienced that twice in the past 100 years. Those were the saddest worlds of all. I don't understand a thing that just came out of your mouth. You're trying to confuse the issue, aren't you? Meep. That's a secret. I'll do just as Keiichi says. I won't use words like fate anymore. Oh, daytime. It is now tomorrow. It is now tomorrow. I just realised what I said. Hello, thank you for calling. You've reached Shishibone City Hall. Hello. Excuse me, could you get me the local affairs chief from the social welfare department? Of course, please hold. This is them calling, the Sonozakis, I guess. Or whoever they've chosen. Thank you for calling. It's the local government section. Hello, may I speak to the head clerk, Aida-san? Hello, Kimiyoshi-san. Kimiyoshi. Thank you very much for the other day. Oh, no, it's no problem. Really, I should be thanking you. I'm much obliged. The head clerk's right here. I'll give him the phone. Sir, it's Kimiyoshi, the head of the Hinamizawa Town Council. Hello? How may I help you today? Well, I'm calling about that case at the Child Consultation Centre. Oh yes, a group of young children have been protesting in front of the office. It's such an inconvenience. I'm so glad that we were able to talk to you about that. So how did it turn out? Well, the village has officially decided to support Maibara-kun. Eh? Excuse me, could you say that again? The town council agrees with what Maibara-kun's doing. The younger people in the council want to support him as best they can. Well, I say younger, but they're in their 50s and 60s. I see. However, what the other council members saying? Well, we held an emergency meeting last night. Some of the more hard-headed members were against it at first, but they were persuaded by Maibara-kun in the end. You know, we don't see young people with that much backbone these days. In my opinion, attitudes like that ought to be nurtured for the sake of a brighter future. So everyone on the council has reached a consensus? Yes, that's right. Everyone came to an agreement. Nobody is opposed to supporting him. Kimiyoshi-san, as I explained to you, people at the Child Consultation Centre are doing the best they can. However, they cannot render their final judgment before the investigation period's over. It's a human rights issue. I believe Maibara-kun explained it to them many times. Sadako-chan's been locked up by a terribly violent man. The emotional scars she's suffering will never heal. She will forever have a deep wound in her pure and innocent heart. Remember what they were saying at the youth seminar the other day? You were there with me, weren't you? Yes, well, what's the Sonozaki family say about this? Well, Oyu-san also agrees with us. She was very clear about that. If you're going to insist on not rescuing Sadako-chan, the whole village will be joining Maibara-kun's movement. Oyu-Sonozaki-san said that? Well, there's a problem within the family, so it's very hard for the government to take care of it. If I could see the man, I'd talk to him in person, but he rarely even leaves his house. Besides, if one of us personally said something to him, he might get nervous and hurt Sadako-chan even more. That's why the local government has to get involved. I understand your point. I'll call Sonozaki-san in a moment and ask for her opinion too. I'd advise you not to do that. Oyu-san's very upset right now. I really won't call her for some time. Really? That's not good. When she's mad, it's like she turns into a demon. Anyway, I want you to tell the Child Consultation Centre to put Sadako-chan under their protection immediately. I'll come with you if you need me to. We can go right now. Oh no, I can't make you go to all that trouble. I'll call the Child Consultation Centre and give you their feedback later today. I want you to let me know before noon. I'm sure your call won't be so long it stretches into the evening. Good point. Is the head of the office that busy? No, he's not. Very well. I'll call you back before noon today. Thank you very much. Tell them that the town council is very upset that they're not taking this appeal seriously enough. Yes, I will let them know. Yes. I'll talk to you again soon. Click. They're listening. Sir, you okay? This is bad. Hinamizawa village is kicking up a storm again. Saito-kun, will you please call Sonozaki-san and ask her what's going on? I need to call the Child Consultation Centre. This might be a resurrection of the dam conflict. Oh, hello? Yes, this is the local government section calling. May I speak to the head of the office? The Hinamizawa Town Council is supporting them. I thought you told me they weren't connected to this. I did. When I spoke to the mayor the other day, they weren't involved. However, they changed their stance just last night. I understand. However, we're still not going to reverse our decision, even if the whole village really does show up. It wouldn't be right to give her special treatment just because the town council protests. Sir, I believe you're aware of this, but they're the Onikafuchi Guardians. You know about the dam conflict, right? I wasn't living here then, so I don't know much about it. I heard that it was some huge government protest or something like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I think you should pay attention to what they're saying. But wait a minute. I heard that the Onikafuchi Guardians disbanded years ago. Haven't you had a fairly close relationship with the village ever since the conflict ended? Yeah, things have worked out smoothly. I wonder what happened to change that overnight. The mayor seems to be favouring a young man named Maebara-kun. They have the support of Sonozaki-san too. It's not a trivial matter. Sonozaki-san? You mean the ruler of the underside of Hinamizawa? I've never actually met her. At any rate, you need to be very careful. If it's at all possible, I think you should try to protect Hojo-san immediately. I'm not familiar with this mayor, so I don't know what kind of person he is. Our job needs to be done carefully, and no matter the job, it's just not right to do things in a disorderly fashion. Our people are doing the best they can. There are piles of other cases to work on. Every single case is very important. We can't just prioritise her case for no reason. I see. I understand. I'll call Kimiyoshi-san back and let him know your opinion. You need to call him back? Look, the municipal government doesn't exist for this town council's amusement. Why are you bending over backwards just to look after the needs of one village? I understand. Thank you for your time. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Click. This is really bad. That guy isn't even from around here. He has no idea how scary that town council can be. That's a transfer from the prefectural office view. He's fighting against Hinamizawa. I refuse to be responsible for this one. How do you do? Did you get to talk to Sonozaki-san? Yes. She has the same opinion as Kimiyoshi-san. She also wants a call from you regarding what the Child Consultation Center said. No, this is really bad. I thought this was going to be a happy Saturday. The head of the consultation center has no idea what he's up against. There's going to be a huge crowd swarming the area by the beginning of the week. We have to call Kimiyoshi-san and Sonozaki-san right away, huh? Should I help with that too? Before anything else, we should be calling the mayor of Shishibone. Oh, that's where he's going to end things off. This is not quite sorted yet. Get ready, if there's anything like the anime. Achievement unlocked, reviving the Guardians. Oh yes, I like that. No tips? I don't think there were any tips. No tips for that one. That's interesting. I think that's the first time over all the arcs there haven't been a tip, isn't it? Anyway, this has been GreenyXI. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in a bit. Well, we're coming to the climax of all this Sadko business, so thanks again for watching, folks. See you in a bit.